Okay, what is going on, CYPRX advanced YouTubers? Welcome back to the CYPRX YouTube page. As always, if you're interested in learning about cryptocurrencies, commodities, indices, foreign exchange, please go ahead and consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. It's free, and all you have to do is smash that button in order to do so. Really do appreciate the love and the support. As always, you all are back. In today's video breakdown, we're going to cover some Casper price action, very interesting moves surrounding Casper, all the hype on Twitter. I'm going to read to you all some interesting fundamental articles from my perspective as a Casper holder, and I'm also going to share with you all some screenshots to the CyPrX students that I sent out in the group chat on March 22nd surrounding Casper price action and what it was that I was doing. In my last and previous YouTube videos surrounding Casper token that I released on around March 21st, I had mentioned to you guys that we could see a potential pullback into around 6.5 cents. However, I was dollar cost averaging on Casper and purchasing at the 62% Fibonacci retracement, and we were looking for Casper to come back up into the February highs, which you guys can see significantly Casper has done. It has rallied past that 10-cent region. The question is what's going to happen next? Are we going to get a pullback to fulfill some of this imbalance in some of these candlesticks, maybe take out some liquidity beneath these lows, give a nice pullback for Casper buyers to come in and pump money back into the market to buy the quote unquote dip, all right, and to see price rally higher? I think that this news was mainly because Casper hit a year yesterday in the Casper network. Casper has been around for a year, so I think that that gave a little bit of a bullish sentiment, right? People were kind of FOMOing in and pumping Casper. We already know that this initial bullish move up into around the 9-cent range, and this bullish move here was all because of the BitDump listing or the BitHump listing, okay? But we see here the screenshot that I sent to the CyPrX students on March 22nd. It reads, and with the screenshot also, okay, drawing my Fibonacci, as you guys can see in the screenshot, from the low to the high from the BitHump listing, okay, I told the CyPrX students that we could potentially see a pullback into the 50%, 62%, or even the 70% retracement before we see a new rally higher. Here's that screenshot. I said I was expecting price to come lower, but we aren't always guaranteed lower price. So I bought some Casper at the 62% retracement, and if it goes down for further discount, I will buy some more. Either way, compared to the upside potential it's worth, in my opinion, Casper below 8 cents is a steal, okay? So since this message that I sent to the CyPrX students, had you have been enrolled in the CyPrX mentorship, you guys would have got that message as well. And we are currently sitting at 54% gains. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, right, I charge around $589 to enroll in the CyPrX mentorship. Okay, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, one of the students was to put $1,000 into Casper when I said that I was buying at 62%. Again, because I'm not giving investing advice, I'm just telling you all what it is that I'm doing. So let's just say one of the students bought in at the same time that I did. So $1,000 invested into Casper at the 62% retracement with the 54% gain. So I'll do $1,000 plus 54%, okay, that would have made you back your initial investment into CyPrX, because that would have been a 540 United States dollar gain on your overall capital. All right, see how that kind of weighs itself out? And I've done this multiple times for the CyPrX students on AMP token, on Casper token, on XRP, on Bitcoin, on Ethereum. I've called out multiple targets. Even in the foreign exchange markets, I have given the students the value for what it is that they purchase in the course material. All right, blessings to you guys all. Again, make sure that you smash that like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's talk about where Casper is potentially headed, right? We've broken above the February highs. We've created a new high. Collectively speaking, if the market is not going to continue to pump higher, what does it need to do? It needs to pull back. Where is that significant pullback area? Well, you can see that the market is now trending. It is creating higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So right now, collectively speaking, we are operating at a new A to B move on Casper. So very simplistic. If Casper does decide to pull back from this range, which right now I don't see it potentially doing, I think that Casper is going to pump. I think people are FOMOing, and I think that we are going to break above 10 cents. But let's just be realistic, and if that doesn't happen, where are we going to come down into? Okay, we see trendline liquidity all in this region, so most likely this is where the banking institutions, the private investors, the whales are going to be targeting for liquidity to then take price higher. We know that the market, in order to move higher, must move lower first, right? It is realism in the market. Even if this market does go higher, eventually Casper will have a day where it does pull back and target liquidity to the downside, okay? So you as a trader need to be mindful of those potential areas. So right now, where we're currently operating at, If we are going to get a pullback, taking the fib again from the higher low to the new high that was created, we're going to just utilize the wicks, or the highest form of price action that was created. All right, this is around 10.5 cents. Where could we potentially come back into? We see a significant order block here in this region. That would be 50% discount and 62% discount. So we could be looking to dollar cost average into Casper if we do get a pullback below 9 cents. That would be significant. Okay, so I'm going to be looking to load up on Casper bags if we do break above that 10-cent range. Again, I think that Casper price action anywhere below 10 cents is heavily discounted to where it's going to be at in the future. So if you can get in on Casper below 10 cents, again, not investing advice, I'm going to be looking to do so. Take that advice if you want, or leave it, your choice, right? So going into some interesting fundamentals on Casper. And before we head over to that, let's get into just some bullish targets immediately, right? We know that the January highs sit at around 13.5 cents. So if Casper does decide to break through this resistance region, quote unquote, again, resistance and support in the market don't realistically exist. It's all just psychological levels. Support resistance was created by people to, illuminate and imagine some type of area in the market that the market's respecting. Realistically speaking, it's just these numbers over here. Get that in your head. Okay. So if we smash through the 10-cent range, most likely where we're coming next, we're coming for those January highs, or all of the liquidity that exists above this range. And that sits smoothly at around 13.5 cents. If the market does surpass that, we are definitely coming into that 15-cent threshold. Okay. Now, once we get into that range, that is where I think Casper, a lot of people are going to be taking profit from people who bought this dip. Okay. So we could see something like this on Casper, where the market boosts up into that 15-cent range. And then we could see that significant pullback, or that significant drop in price. No matter where it's going to be, make sure that you're paying attention to price action. I highly advise and suggest that you guys get a TradingView subscription and set alerts. I cannot imagine all the people that are going to be missing out on Casper's price action and other altcoins price action targets because they're not setting themselves alerts. Okay. In order to do that, you need a TradingView. I think it's the Pro subscription, which is the cheapest one, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, and all you have to do is click the little alarm button and then set yourself alarms at these price targets, and you'll get an email or a text message sent straight to your phone. So that way you don't miss out on any moves in the market. Okay, you don't want to see Casper, right, surge all the way up to $1, okay, and you not set a target and you miss taking profit at $1. And then when you go check the charts, right, Casper's done this. And when you check the charts, it's already pulled back down here. Okay, because you missed the top and you didn't set an alarm. So I highly suggest that you guys find a way to, either subscribe to TradingView or some other type of trading platform, so that way you can set yourself alerts. I don't know if exchanges allow you to set alerts at certain price levels, but I use TradingView for that. So anyways, going into the fundamentals, some interesting things that I found on Twitter right here. Dr. Casper Coin, unbelievable. Casper is now 1 year old. I thought that was interesting. I'm here to celebrate. I've been in Casper since the initial launch. About a year ago. I think I got involved in Casper on my birthday. My birthday's April 15th. I got involved in Casper about 3 days after my birthday. So I've been involved in Casper for pretty much a year on end. It'll be a year in a couple of days here. Today's April, 1st, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So very beautiful and interesting to see, no rug pulls, no nothing like that, no fishy stuff. Casper has appreciated in value since then. And it's also declined in value since then. But, long term, Casper is one of my biggest holdings, mainly because of the price action that I bought in at originally, and now because of the price action that I just now previously bought in at around 5 cents. I'm finally able to say that I hold over 100,000 Casper tokens, and I feel really great about that, especially considering the fact that my bullish targets are around $1 to $1.50, and then long-term holdings I'm looking at anywhere between $4 to $6. All right, that's putting me in a really good position on Casper token, so I am extremely bullish on Casper. There's many reasons why. Let me show you this article right here from GoStaking.com. I was just sifting through this, and you guys can go and check this article out if you want to, right? But it's a lot of gibberish and a lot of hard vocabulary to understand if you're not familiar with the space. But something that I found interesting in this article is something that we talk about a lot on this channel, which is that Bitcoin and Ethereum are outdated, and that eventually they're going to be replaced by these altcoins that are better, more, price efficient, more gas efficient, more better at sending transactions from one space to another much faster, right? So just reading this article right here, it says enterprise focus. Recalling from our previous article covering crypto past, present, and future, we discussed how the crypto market has evolved, some factors driving the current price action, and also where we think it's headed. We commented on how Bitcoin gained dominance through its first mover advantage. Look at the vocabulary right there. Through its first user advantage, embedding itself as the leading store of value against inflation, a hedge coin, and how Ethereum has done the same within the smart contract sector. We noted that both coins do not have the leading tech. Look at the vocabulary. We noted that both coins do not have the leading tech. I've been telling you guys a lot that cryptocurrency, right, in itself is in its infant stage. So all the people that got involved in cryptocurrency early on, the big banks and institutions that really pumped the market, the private investors that really pumped the market at that current moment in time, all they knew was Ethereum, Bitcoin, XRP, which is why back in the day, right, previous to 2018, we saw Ethereum, Bitcoin, XRP in the top three, right? And now you see, altcoins battling for the top position because banking institutions are realizing, oh my gosh, these other altcoins are so much better than the dominating coins. And you see them battling for the top 10 spots, the top 20 spots over and over and over again, right? The top 20 coins right now are not going to be the same top 20 coins in a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years from now. It's always going to move. It's always going to jump one coin over another coin over another, and so on and so forth. And Bitcoin and Ethereum are in the future most likely not going to be the top 1 and 2 cryptocurrencies. Mark my words. Anywhere between 2, 3, maybe even 5 years from now, there's going to be at least one time in the future where an altcoin does take the number 1 role. Okay, and everybody's trying to debate right now what that's going to be. Who realistically knows? That's a personal choice and a personal dilemma. I'm not here to debate that. What I'm here to do is get interested and invested in the coins that do have that future potential number 1 to number 5 to number 10 spot, right? And Casper is one of those coins. But we noted that both coins do not have the leading tech. However, due to both being first movers, they have established a cult following, driving the coin price higher through networking effects of crypto. Metcalfe's law, which is touched upon here. And then that's an article that you guys can go click and read if you want to. But we then concluded that the article with the open question on where crypto is headed next, and argued that the enterprise solution space is likely where we will see the biggest growth in the coming years. Again, paying attention to key vocabulary and key phrases. So I thought that this was probably the most interesting part of this entire article. Moving on to the next tweet here. This was interesting from Casper News and Discussions. So much going on within the Casper network right now. Lots of exciting projects about to go live in the huge V1.4.5 upgrade on April 4th. So we'll be looking for that. Maybe we can get a nice boost on Casper, and that would probably put Casper above 10 cents. Who knows? Let's see, right? And then we see here another tweet. We are proud to announce that Casper has been officially here for a year. So I went ahead and I clicked on this, and I thought that it was very interesting because it moved us to the state of Casper a year in review. So this article is a little bit lengthy, but just to read it out to you all real fast, that may not be the catchiest of monikers, but it's a major, overwhelming, positive development for the entire industry. Over the past few years, blockchain adoption has become strategic imperative across a growing number of industries worldwide. Again, mainstream adoption. Casper has been on a growth tear over the past year, attracting some of the top users, developers, and partners in the space. All as it is, firmly established itself as one of the fastest growing blockchain projects and a major player among layer 1 networks. All right, you guys, I'm telling you, do not sleep on Casper. It has major upside potential, even if you don't believe that. Okay, even if you don't believe that, as an investor, from an investor's perspective, when Casper price action was down here at 5 cents and I was covering that price action, okay, what I was mainly trying to get you all to see is that from the lows, okay, and I've said this in previous YouTube videos, I mean, we were covering Casper price action back here. We were able to catch this trend. And I mentioned to you guys at the end of November that we were most likely going to see bearish price action, okay? But when we did come back into this range, what you have to understand from an investor's perspective, let me get rid of all of this, this art, okay, is that we are operating at lows, right? So if you're investing in a Casper at these lows, regardless if it was 7 cents, regardless if it was 8 cents, regardless if it was 5 cents, it doesn't matter. Just anywhere in this general vicinity, okay? Look at the previous area in the form of lows. Even this wick down here surrounding the 3 cent region. If you were buying in a Casper down here and you were scared to do so, why? The downside potential on Casper, right, on your initial portfolio is very limited. So down to 3 cents was only minus around 50%. We'll just round that up, okay? 46%, we'll round that up to 50%. Whereas the upside potential, right, if you go on listings, I think the all-time high that's actually listed on an exchange is $1.36 or something like that, right? So if we look at the upside potential from where Casper price action was at, I mean, even if you measure that from the high in November, okay, but we won't do that because this is where we're operating at in price, and we measure that up to just $1.50. All right, you're looking at a almost 1,500% gain on your initial capital. That is insane. And as an investor, you have to be able to say to yourself, am I willing to take this risk when there's only 50% or 46% downside risk, right? So, you know, I was willing to take that risk. I know that the other what are they called? Casperians or whatever. I don't know what they're called on Twitter, right? The other Casper holders are willing to take this risk. If you're willing to take this risk, again, not financial advice, but Casper price at these levels is going to be huge in the future. And people that don't get in, again, just like on Zilliqa, just like on Ethereum, just like on Bitcoin, just like on any other cryptocurrency that freaking pumps, you're going to see these maxis, you're going to see these people that missed out on the move that are going to be jumping in at these price levels, 40 cents, 50 cents, 70 cents, calling that discount when us as initial investors down here at these lows that got into Casper in the early days, right? We're still only the first year into this project, are going to be laughing when, you know, we see headliners in Casper. Mark my words, guys, watch this. When Casper does surpass $1, right? And we got in down here, right? We're going to see major headlines when Casper comes up into $1.50, all right? And pulls back all the way back down to 80 cents, okay? And there are going to be headlines that say, oh, Casper took let's just measure this out from $1.50 around, right, down to 80 cents. Oh, Casper took a 60% plunge, right? But just like Bitcoin investors that got in at, you know, $1,000 Bitcoin, a $2,000 Bitcoin, these plunges from $50,000 down to $30,000 on Bitcoin aren't even messing with them. They're not even worried about those plunges because they got in so early to the cryptocurrency that it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter, right? And it's going to be the same thing with Casper token, mark my words, right? We're going to set a new floor. We're going to set a new foundation for Casper. Money's going to come into the space. It's inevitable. Casper's a year old. It's not going anywhere. It's doing nothing except growing. And I mean, if you just look at this chart, an investor that is smart, okay, an investor that has kahunas and is not scared to take opportunities, golden opportunities, I mean, I'm telling you right now, Casper's one of them, and I'm not going to sit there and miss the train on this one. So, you know, again, overall, my initial price target on Casper token long term, not hopium, just I'm talking about 2 to maybe 3-5 years from now when the space really does grow and we see a $3 trillion market cap again, 4 trillion, 5 trillion, 6 trillion, in the future, 10 trillion to $20 trillion. This price action on Casper up here at $4.50 is very realistic. Very realistic. In the short term, again, like I told you guys, I'm going to be looking to take profit on Casper around $1.50 because there is going to be a significant drop and there could be a bear market that we experience along the way, right? So what I'm going to be looking to do is reinvest that capital into things that are going to make me passive income, into staking opportunities and other things of that nature. Again, being smart with my money and the profit that I do take from the market. Blessings to you guys all. I hope that you all enjoyed this video breakdown. This is going to be my last video for the weekend. I'm going to go and enjoy some time with the family. This is my only Twitter page, Cypress Domenicore, at C Domenicore. You all are more than welcome to follow. I've been tweeting rapidly these past couple of days. People have been liking my tweets. Here goes even a tweet from Casper right here. Casper hit 9 cents today while the rest of the altcoins pulled back. And I showed you guys on my Twitter page that my target was 10 cents. And this is when we were only 33% in profit from that 62% retracement. So we still had another 20% to go had you have seen this tweet. All right. Blessings to you guys all. Make sure that you smash that like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It really does help boost the YouTube algorithm and it's free to do so again. And as always, be cognizant, be aware, take it easy, and I'll see you all in the next video breakdown.